All right, we are live. Welcome, everybody. Dark Side of the Moon. Thanks for showing up. Movies and stuff. Tom, Rick, I really appreciate the support. We are excited today for our first game show. We're just
Game
going to
show. Hi, everyone. Hey, Mark.
Simon, how are you, sir?
Yes, I am good. It's finally stopped raining here, which is pretty exciting, and the sun is out.
The sun is out here in Atlanta too. Unfortunately, my kids and 4 of his friends just went on the trampoline, which is literally 4 feet from where I'm at. But we'll make do the best we can. So you guys are in for a treat tonight. I'm going to do a little rant a little bit later on in the show, but we're going to get right into a name that riff. And what we're going to do, I have a good prize, a really good prize that I'm going to give the big winner. So tonight we are going to pick 2 finalists, and we're going to pick 2 finalists next week, and we're going to have a showdown. I don't know. I'm kind of making the rules up as they go along, and then the winner is going to win some kind of guitar. I haven't figured out what I'm going to get yet, but it's going to be a good first prize. So definitely try to chime in if you know the answer. We're going to get started right away, and we'll chit chat in between. So Simon's just going to play 1 note, and then he'll play 2 notes.
That's right.
He'll play 3 notes. Is anybody there? It's like, I feel like, is this frozen or?
No, I think we're good.
Oh no, okay. It wasn't loading for me. I got it now. Hey Sandra, how are you? Lisa. All right, I'm good. I am good.
Okay.
All right, so
we're going to go riff 1.
Let's jump right into it. Go ahead, Simon. Riff 1.
Let's go for riff 1. Okay. Got a whole bunch of charts lined up.
It's just 1 note.
There you go. That's the first note.
Geez.
How about the next one?
All right. Maybe somebody knows it. Hold on. And if you guess, listen, you only get 1 guess. So if you guess, that's your guess. You have to lay out.
I'm going to go for another one. Yeah?
Yeah, go for another one.
Oh, no. Sorry, that wasn't right. That was right. Sorry. There you go. 2 notes.
So luckily, we have no worries about getting blocked tonight for any kind of copyright infringement. I don't know what the hell that is.
So I feel like I should play probably more than 2 notes.
Well, how about 3? Let's go with 3 notes. Oh, I know. I think I know it. Ben, I'll chime in here. Let me see. What do we got here? Lisa's wondering if Sandra is a night owl. And
yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning
yeah. Are we I think I might still not be in real time here with is the last comment. What's the last comment you have on there? Is it no lag here? Oh, here we go. Sunset.
Oh, Rick Nelson.
Rick Nelson. Yeah. That's he got it. So I have a funny story about Nelson. So let me put this in context. So I'm a Prince fan, but I'm not a huge Prince fan. So I think, for instance, one of the supposed classic Prince moments is when he played the guitar solo on While My Guitar Gently Weeps at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony. For those of you that have seen it, so all he does is, I have an acoustic here, but all he does is he just plays like the same minor pentatonic riff and bends back. He looks cool doing it, He's like that. And he's not really doing much. So I was busting the chops. I don't know if you guys know that saying, busting stones, of one of my my buddies who's a big Prince fan. And I told him that Prince is actually, in my opinion, the 4th best guitar player with the last name Nelson. See if you guys can name the other 3. There's 3 other guitar players that I think are better guitar players than Prince. So you get bonus points for that one. While you're thinking of that, Simon's going to give us riff number 2.
Hey, here we go. Riff number 2.
Movies and Stuff likes a solo. He said epic solo. So
yeah,
that's why life is interesting.
All right. That's 1 note. It's actually quite hard to play 1 note at a time. Okay, I'm going to go for 2 notes.
You're tuning. All right, we got
Right, ready?
Yeah. Okay. I love my me too. Okay.
That's my 2nd note.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm going to ask Lisa here. Do you have I've got the Plus model, which it's got the ES2 pickup in it, which is way better than the ESB. It also has Koa bridge pens. Look at that. And Koa capped tuners, gold hardware. And see this little doodad on the top here where the what do you call that? The truss rod cover, right? That's what they call it, right? That's carved Koa wood. So that costs $129. I didn't pay for it. It's the guy that owned the car before me apparently thought that was worth it. So
yeah, cool.
I don't think he's watching tonight. So just in
hello,
case.
random.
All right, so we've got 2. So people
I'm gonna play 3.
Yeah, play 3.
Ready?
Your third note. Yep. Oh, I know it now. I know it now. Bum bum bum. Yeah, I know it now. It's I believe it's the theme song to Bruce Lee's second movie. It was never released. Well, it was a bootleg. All right. Hey, while we're doing this, here's another. What do we got here? Ooh, I have 2020 Plus model HS. So you have the Plus model too. You've got the ES2 pickup. It's growing on me. It's definitely better than the ESB, and it's much better than those old Fishman pickups. I don't know how Fishman stayed in business. I've never heard a good Fishman pickup. Ugh.
No, they suck.
They suck. Can we say suck?
You know, in the acoustic pickup zone, I know they're probably can't get them in America or whatever, but Maton, the Australian company, make cool acoustic guitars, and they make some clever, pickup things.
They've got good pickups. Yeah, well now they've got the microphone, a condenser microphone in it. They blend, under.
Well, this thing, they've got the one I've got, which is similar to that. It's like a small guitar. It's called a Maton Mini.
Yeah.
And
that guitar.
Yeah, it's a great guitar, and that's just got like a piezo pickup thing, and it sounds really, really good.
I guess
I'm going to play another note. I'm going to play another note.
It's quiet tonight. Oh, now the triple play MIDI. Try the triple. I don't know that one. I'll check it out, Sandra. Though I have to try the triple play MIDI ones. It figures the night that I'm monitoring the chat, nobody says anything. I feel like I was missing out on all this clever, fun stuff, and everybody's quiet tonight. Okay.
No, I just think
nobody
this
knows it yet. Really? Wow. God, I know it. I definitely know it. I might break. Oh, now, come on, people. Maybe there's like a huge lag. Maybe like I mentioned Fishman like 5 minutes ago, and somebody just said I agree with Fishman. Maybe there.
How about this?
Blake says Wipeout. No, Wipeout is a good guess though. But Blake, you didn't know this because you just logged on. Your punishment for being late is you didn't know that you can only guess once though. It's not one of those where you can just keep guessing over and over. So that's your guess, Blake. I apologize because you're a good man.
That is the answer.
It is? Oh, all right. So you can get it now, Blake. I thought it was. Is it?
No.
Yeah. So there's the lag tonight. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to try to figure out what the lag is. I'm going to clap right now. As soon as you hear my clap, try to say I heard the clap. All right. So here's the clap. See how quickly somebody responds to it with hearing the clap. Did anybody? Wow. Oh.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So we've got. Hey Sal. Hey Encryption. Yeah. So we're maybe like 5 or 10 seconds behind.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. So it looks like a few people here have the clap, which is good.
That's cool. All right. So that was a good one. Well done, Blake. All right. How about this one?
Here's another little thing for you. True or false? True or false? Thomas Crapper invented the flush toilet, and the term taking a crap is because of that. Is that true or false? Don't look it up. Did Thomas Crapper invent the flush toilet, and is the word crap come from his last name? Or did John Crapper invent the toilet, and going to the John, it comes from his name? All right, we got a false, true. All right, so that wasn't for anything. So the answer is false. Thomas Crapper was a businessman in the late 19th century, and he did have some plumbing inventions. He did nothing substantial, but there was a spoof, a satire done on him in the 1960s, and that started the urban legend.
Ah, there you go.
The word crap is actually a Middle English word derived from the Dutch for crapping. It actually means like pinch off, like to squeeze off a little bit. That's the that's where it comes
Okay, let's maybe move back a little bit higher up the brow.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about
Here's another riff.
another riff. Yeah, focus, Mark. Go ahead.
One.
I think I know it.
Okay, that's the first note.
I'm gonna guess on this one. I'm gonna guess Back on the Chain Gang.
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know that.
Very good. What happens there, though? What happens there? Okay. Well, it looks like we need another one. Oh, you're killing me, Mark. You're making me work hard. All right. So. Anyway, so this one. It's very similar, isn't it, to 8 Days a Week by the Beatles?
What is it?
Yeah.
Go on, you go, love, babe. Yes, you know it's true. All right. What's next?
Okay. All right. Let's pull another one up. Okay. I am gonna play.
You get it, movies and stuff. I got you. I heard that. I'll give it to you. Okay.
You can't guess this one, Mark.
So this is actually, so I had this game called, I forget what it was called, but when I was a kid, I had the Apple IIe, and the theme song was like, you know. Something like that. I forget what it was called though. Chivalry. It was called Chivalry.
Wow.
It's like one of those games where you had to like load a disc in every 30 seconds. Every time you got to a new level, you had to, put one of those, the larger ones in.
That's awesome. Okay, so.
All right. What do we got here? Play it again, Simon. That's what I'll do. I'll be in charge of kind of being the replay guy.
Yeah. So play it again, Simon. So how about this one?
Marty Robbins, right? Yeah.
Yeah. We're in the zone. We're in the zone. Hey, Sandra kills it.
Oh, Apache, nice, good one, Sandra. Really good. It's Sandra, not Sandra, right? Did we determine that at some point? I think
I've lived in Australia too long to say Sandra.
My mother loved El Paso by Marty Robbins. You know what my mom's favorite song was? My mom's favorite song was Rolling with the Flow. You guys know that song, Rolling with the Flow? It's by Charlie Rich. You probably wouldn't know it.
No idea. How about this? And do you know the cool thing in that whole song? You have to wait until like literally almost the last bit in the song for the coolest bit. Because then it goes, the right, all that, and then you've got the.
Good one.
All that, which is cool.
What's the one that goes?
At the very end, hang on, Mark. Hang on.
Sorry,
at the very end,
please.
You've got the, which I always think is the coolest bit. You know, the, and then it goes back into all that. I love that. Now, Sandra, well done, Sandra. We probably need another riff, right? What were you going to say, Mark?
I was going to say that Rumble is overrated. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it just, I mean, come on, it's not that good. It's just the same. It's two freaking chords. Come on.
I think though, like if you've never heard anything like that before and that comes out, you're like, wow, that's amazing.
You know, that's a good point. So when I was in my, I don't know, 15 or 16, I think I told this story before. I had this, the 100 greatest albums of all time. And it was like my Bible and just some random people's opinions of the albums. You know, I liked some of the ones in the beginning. Sgt. Pepper was #1. I think Blonde on Blonde was 2. What's Going On was 3. They're all albums that I liked near the top. So I tried to accumulate all of them. And one of the albums was Sweetheart of the Rodeo by the Byrds. To considered to be one of the most important, the beginning of country rock. So I bought it and I listened to it, and it's just dated. It's a great album, but it just sounds like every other country, pedal steel country rock song. So it was just hard to really appreciate it in hindsight, even though at the time it must have been kind of like Poco and Flying Burrito Brothers. A lot of that stuff. Yeah. It's just, it's been done so much now. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just kind of.
No, I like it. Okay, here's another one. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, I know. Does this one involve a raw? Okay, Jonathan Stevens said it's not overrated. First to use of Drive. That's a good point. Yes, you're right. I forgot the fact that it's
that's kind of my point.
Attitude. Yeah, attitude is important.
Smart
You're
fella,
right.
John.
You're right. Does this one require a wah pedal to perform it?
No,
it doesn't.
No, it
okay, it's not what I'm thinking then. It's not what I'm thinking it is.
Does not require a wah.
Okay, not what I'm thinking it is.
So I'm going to go for the next one.
Okay.
How about
Yeah, controversial too. It was banned on some radio stations.
Rumble? For real?
What's that other chord? It's a weird kind of a dissonant chord. Play that in years. All right, now.
Okay, here we go. Next bit.
Okay. Oh, I think somebody got it.
Let's have a look. What guesses have we got?
Rick Nelson, Honky Tonk Woman.
Rick Nelson. He's in.
Is that it? That's a good one. That's really good. I was thinking.
Amazing, isn't it, that you can have a riff that is so recognizable and it just does that. That's how good they are. Them Rolling Stones there. You don't even have to get to the, you don't have to get there. Even though would have had to retune the guitar because it's actually in G tuning. So.
Hey, what Beatles song only features one chord? I know a lot of people will know this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Beatles song with just one chord in it. Yeah. Somebody will get it. I thought that I was a big Beatle fan. I thought I was like a 1%er, and then I realized there are people that know. Literally, they could tell you if you say like July 3rd, 1966, they'll tell you what Ringo had for breakfast.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Totally nuts about it. Yeah. All right, people are working. Not Blue Jay Way though. It's a good one though.
I literally can't tell you.
All right, go ahead. Go with the next one.
I'm going to do another riff.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick off there.
Give a bunch of notes.
I know. I was feeling generous.
The Ballad of Hollis Brown by Bob Dylan only has one chord. Yeah. Ballad of Hollis Brown. What
Get
what
This
album?
Party Started by Pink only has one chord.
Ballad of Hollis Brown. What album is that? Is that on Nashville Skyline? Or is that
It's not Tomorrow Never Knows.
It is Tomorrow Never Knows. Yes, that's correct. Tomorrow Never Knows is the right answer. Off your mind.
I like Mark's guess though. It's quite similar.
Hell's Bells?
I like the way Jonathan Stevenson says it's not the answer, but that's how Street Spirit from Radiohead starts. Because actually, it is Street Spirit by Radiohead. Oh. Yeah, it's similar to that, isn't it?
Times are changing. That's the second
Yeah,
album.
so John's right.
Thanks.
Because that is Street Spirit by Radiohead.
Street Spirit by Radiohead. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I like the way that's super Aussie, by the way, John. Like, this isn't the answer, but that's a bit like Radiohead. I like it. It's just almost like it's that kind of sort of pseudo British thing. It's like I'm not going to say that I know.
He's like one of the, he must play horseshoes, right? He likes just being in the vicinity.
But that's a very sort of my side of the Atlantic kind of situation. You know, I don't want to say I know, but I know. You know, whereas in America, it's like, oh, I know the answer to that.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I reckon.
Yes,
Anyway, whatever.
you're basically just saying that Aussies are fairly passive aggressive. I'm just kidding.
Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know a lot of I don't think I know a lot of actually one of my students, Mark, he's not on tonight, Mark Hilly, he's one of my students. He's from Australia. And actually a bunch of people that watch the channel. Mal. Anyway, I'm just
okay. I've had another tune.
We got to keep rolling here. Yeah. I think I know this one.
Okay.
I could do like a little what is it? Jeopardy? I forget.
John killing it there. What are you doing?
There it is.
I feel fine. I love that. Guess. Good. There you go. There's one.
Does anybody have it yet?
Not yet.
I had the Jeopardy theme song down at least now. That's good though.
Oh, that's good. I wouldn't have no idea how that goes. Come on, team. Hey, Dennis.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. So let's take stock here. Does anybody have? I think does M&S movies and stuff have 2 right so far? I think.
So Rick got 2.
Let me see. I'll go back and look and see. All right.
You have a look. I'll prepare the next tune.
You prepare the next one here. All right. Oh, let me do one here. I'm going to do one now. Here we go. Here's the first one.
All right, let's go. Oh, come on, that's too easy.
No.
Oh, that's the second note.
That's the second note. Yeah.
Ah. I thought it was going to be
Little Wing.
No, I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be that.
You thought it was going to be? I know people think it's going to be Roundabout. Not Roundabout though. No.
Sorry, to let the cat out.
Anybody got it yet? That's a keynote right there. Play it again.
No, I don't know that.
How about that?
No, got no idea.
There we go, Mark. Good. Mark got it.
Tin Pan Alley. No, from the beginning.
Might have been things I missed. don't be unkind. What is it? Don't mean I'm blind. I wish I knew the words. Anyway, that's a BS, so it's it.
Well done. Okay. We're gonna have another one. How many riffs are we gonna have, Mark?
We'll just go for a little bit longer, and then I'll start my little rant here.
Okay, here's another one. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Turn the guitar on.
Is that it? Did you do something?
That is it. Oh, I like turn, turn, turn. That's a good guess, but it's not right. Okay, I'm going to play the next note. Okay, we ready? That's what we've got today. I'm like a cut down tree. Okay, next one.
Rebel Rebel?
Oh, that's a good one as well. That would be a good one as well.
I think Painted Black?
Yes, bingo.
Richard Thompson got it. How's Linda doing? Anybody get that? You got the lights? You want to see the bright lights tonight? All right.
There's some good choices. I should have played Rebel Rebel. That would have been a good one. You know, that's awesome. Okay. So let's have another riff. Let's have another riff. Let's have another riff. How about this one?
I think I know that one.
This is a freaking slow and boring, guys.
Slow ride.
Is that the name of the song?
Liven it up next time. We have 23 viewers now. We have to do something more. What do we do? Let me light something on fire here. What I got?
Yeah.
Is it Bad to the Bone?
No, it's not Bad to the Bone. I've got to say, Neil, it is hard with the lag to sort of get, because you don't want to play too much of the riff to give it away, right? There's prizes involved, for goodness sake.
I'm screwing them up by playing Mood for a Day in the middle of it.
That doesn't help, I've got to say. What do we got? Bad to the Bone, still Bad to the Bone.
Everything's Zen. I like that song. That's a good one. Although the word Everything's Zen, Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow. It's some weird words to that.
Have we got it yet? Has anybody got it yet?
Personal Jesus.
Hey, Mark Bishop calls it.
That's awesome. Good.
Yeah, I liked that one. That was a good one. Hopefully we're going a bit faster.
Here's mine. Here's mine.
You go for it, man.
That's the first one.
Oh, yeah, right. Go. More. Yeah. Oh.
There we go. Mark Bishop again.
Very nice.
Is it? Yeah, that's it. Mark's guitar is insane gorgeous. Yes, it is. It is. It's the whole thing.
That's good. I like that.
You like my more cowbell?
All right. Yes, I like that. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. Now, how about this one? Now, I've got to say that this riff I'm about to play was not originally played on a guitar, but
okay,
the riff is right. Okay.
Hey, Anna. Hey, everybody. Tracy. We have more women tonight. It's got to be you, Simon. You're drawing the women.
Oh, thanks.
That or my rapier wit. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, of course, for Telegraph Road. Great song.
What do we got next? I think Neil, after we've sort of said sorry for being boring, he's decided to go home. Sorry, Neil. Loved your work with the Beatles, though.
See what we got
Any
here.
luck?
500 miles?
500 miles, no.
What,
I'm going to
lose
do the
yourself?
next note. When I play this next note, you're going to be like, ah. You ready?
Bum, 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 bum. I don't know it yet. Oh, I know. Because it's not you said it's not on guitar.
No, that's right.
That's 8 Mile by Eminem. That's it.
That's very similar. It's actually the same chords. And Anna calls it with I Got You by Split Ends.
That's what it is?
Also close,
Yeah,
but the same chords, but not the right song. It's a very hard, it's hard to say.
That's I Got You?
No.
What is, we don't know it yet.
No, nobody knows it yet.
Nobody knows it yet. Okay.
The Eminem 8 Mile and the I Got You are very close because it's actually the same chords.
Same chords.
In the same key, like literally the same chord.
Kind of like
so one more time.
Mamma Mia?
Hey, Anna.
Is that Mamma Mia by ABBA?
It is Mamma Mia by ABBA.
Ah.
I've been waiting. You know.
All right, I got one. Ready? I'll give you the first 2 notes.
Oh.
This is another song that the lyrics are absolutely ridiculous. If you ever read the lyrics, they make absolutely no sense at all. But it's a great song. Great guitar in this song. Lots of guitars in this song. All right, let me give you another one. Anybody?
Is it the Ballad of E Minor?
No. How about this?
Oh. The Ballad of E Minor. No idea.
Wait, that's not it. What's the next chord?
Oh, but you've got to know how to play it if you're going to ask people to guess it.
That's it, yeah.
Ah.
Yep, Richard got it.
Yes.
Oh, it's a C, right? It's
beautiful. Beautiful.
In a place you only dream of, where your soul is set free. You know that song? Green Grass and High Tides?
Right. Yes.
You know that one, The Outlaws? You don't know
Green Grass and High Tides.
Green Grass and High Tides forever. New kid in town. All right, Joe. Hey, Joe's Variety Channel's on here. So Joe's Variety Channel, let me tell you something about Joe from Joe's Variety Channel. There is literally, including this person's family, there is nobody that's a bigger fan of Al Stewart than Joe from Joe's Variety Channel. He is the biggest Al Stewart fan in the world. I mean, that Al Stewart's wife, I don't know if he's married, is not as big of a fan of Al Stewart as Joe is. He knows it all, and he loves it. He digs deep into the Al Stewart catalog, too. I'm not talking about Year of the Cat, Time Passages. I'm talking about, Broadway Hotel, really deep into the Lord Grenville. Cool. Who knows that one? Lord Grenville. Anybody? We have 26 people on here, and we're just kind of like sleepwalking.
Okay, here's. We're going to do one more. Is this the last one? Is this the last one?
We'll do 3 more, and then we'll go into the
3 more. Okay, so Are we ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm going to play a little bit more. I'm going to play a little bit more.
Wow, that's, you know, you should write a song with that. I've never even thought about going from a D to a D sus4. That is a good, it's a good little change there. Sus2 as well.
I know, it's genius.
So why don't we give a little lesson? We like to give lessons. Some people are newbies here. So when we say sus2, sus4. So let's talk about what that is. So it goes back to classical music, right? It's but basically what we're doing is we are getting rid of the third and we're putting either a 2 or a 4 in there. So in the case of a D chord here, which is made up of a D, an F sharp, and an A, right? So the F sharp is up there on the top. Andy, what's up, brother? Okay. Wait, thanks, Andy. Who answered that 8-minute acts? Oh, you can. Oh, that's right. I gave you administrative privileges.
Know, it's clever, isn't it?
You can be me now. That's cool. Anyway, so D. Okay, so we have D, F sharp, and A. A, D, F sharp. The third is up here. So we get rid of that, and we add an E. And in the key of D, we have D, E. E is the second. Hence, we have a D sus2 chord. And if we go up here, we play this note instead of that third. That's the G. So now we have D, A, and G, D sus4. I'm sorry, didn't play it right. So D, sus2, D sus4.
Yeah. Right, okay, let's play more of the riff. We've got.
Oh, okay. It could be like 10 different songs now.
Yeah. That's why it's good, right? No, not that. How about this one? I'll play a bit more. No, thank you, Mark.
There you go. That's right. You got it. Thank you. Who got it first? Oh, Hilly came in. Boom. There we go. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so 2 more riffs. 2 more riffs. Are we ready? How about, you ready?
Oh, yeah, I know what it is.
Okay, good.
So this.
Who is going to get this one?
Oh, if it's what I think it is, there's nobody will ever get this in a million years.
Really?
It's not the same song. If anybody's thinking what I'm thinking right now, I'll be impressed. We'll get bonus points.
Oh, sorry, I've completely stuffed up. Richard got it first. No, that's not it. Ready?
Anybody know what that is?
Okay, how are we going here? Hey, tell you what, Anna's on fire.
So, Rick says here that Year of the Cat has one of the greatest lines ever. She comes running out of the rain like a silk dress running. She comes out of the sun like a silk dress running like a watercolor in the rain. That is a great line, but it's not my favorite line of the song. How about you go strolling through the crowd like Peter Lorre contemplating a crime? That's the best line of the song, Rick. Come on. You go strolling through the crowd like Peter Lorre contemplating a crime.
That's good, isn't it?
Huh? You know, anybody?
They're both good lines.
Anybody? They're both.
I would struggle remembering those if I had to sing those.
You know, one of my all-time favorite lines is this: "Barefoot girls sitting on the hood of a Dodge, drinking warm beer in the soft summer rain." Anybody know what that's from? That's a great line, right? Barefoot girls. Think about the imagery of that. Barefoot girls sitting on the hood of a Dodge, drinking warm beers in the soft summer rain. The rat pulls into town. Together they take a stab at romance and disappear down Flamingo Lane.
There you go.
All right. Anyway, so let's get back to this.
Yeah, we've got it already.
Now, what's this?
We're already there. Oh, what's that? Oh, I don't know what that is.
Not Thunder Road, no. But I'm playing. So what I'm actually playing right now is Discovery by Rush. It's the third song of 2112. When he first grabs the guitar, he has to tune it up. So he just starts going. It is on Born to Run, but it's not Thunder Road. Thunder Road. It's not Thunder Road. I think you meant Thunder Road, Dennis. But
okay, here's the last one.
Jungle Land.
Are we ready for the last one?
This one, yeah. I know this one.
Okay, next one.
This is maybe I think this is what I think it is. It's a band that's from California, but you would.
No.
Oh, it's not that band. Okay, I thought it was a different song. I thought it was. Yeah, Jungle Land is Man, the poets down here don't write nothing at all. They just stay.
Come on, people. Come on, people.
Oh, this thing.
Yes, Tom. He nicks in there just ahead of Sandra. What you can do with a D chord, right?
I'm going to play a new. Anybody want to hear?
I think I already put that one up. Here we go. Tom G. Firing it up.
Yeah, Tom G has a few too, so it's going to be close. It is going to be. We'll see. So whoever the top two are on this will move on to the next round, and we will do this again in 2 weeks. And the winner of the top two of the next two will compete, and we'll do some sort of. I like to get everybody on like the game show, like in different little spots on there where they're sweating and they've got to hit the buzzer. We'll figure something out.
That would be cool.
So nobody wanted to hear the original, so that's fine. All right, so let's go to my rant then. So here's my rant. So I get a lot of emails from people, which is great. I love getting the emails, and some people are more picky about others and stuff. And I don't know what their musical background is. And for all I know, they're far better musicians than I am. Maybe they make their living doing it, but like a lot of really nitpicky people are telling me like, I had to do this, the nut, replace the bridge. It took me 4 hours to get the truss rod on this and all that. And it boggles my mind that people are so picky about, some of this inexpensive equipment we get these days. Now, I believe that the majority of people that watch my channel, at least, my largest viewing audience is like older than me, usually 55 to 65, 55 to 70, 45, 45 and up. And so I think a lot of these guys remember what it was like, the crappy equipment that we had when we were younger, and how $300 bought you a guitar out of the Sears catalog, right? I mean, you really couldn't get much. You go into a guitar store, West Tone made some, and Court made some decent guitars, but now we have this incredible choice of stuff, and two things in particular that I don't understand. One is Harley Benton. So like people are so up in arms about Harley Benton, maybe because we're American and we're so ethnocentric. We don't like the idea of the fact that we can't get it from an American distributor. I don't know. But I mean, this guitar, and I'm not going to sit here and, do a review of it, but this guitar like doesn't go out of tune. It sounds a little bit like a lot of things. And, for me, more and more, the 12-string, the electric 12-string is less of a niche instrument as it used to be, because I'm finding I can incorporate it in a lot of things. But for most people, not that I'm better than anybody else, I'm not suggesting that, but I think for most people that the electric 12 is just a little niche instrument that you can play some of your favorite riffs on, and this definitely it does the job fine. I mean, it stays in tune. I don't know. People have all these really small little problems with it, like like the fourth fret was scratching them a little bit and stuff like that. I don't know. I just think that people are way too picky. And then the spark. I mean, for an amp that has been by far the best-selling amp of all time, or not of all time, well, since its release 3 years ago, it's by far and away the best-selling amp. People are talking about how terrible it is. I mean, it's $250. You can sit it right on top of your desk. It does anything. And I think most people that are in the beginner to intermediate stages, at least what I did when I was first learning, is I play other people's music, right? I wrote my own songs too, but I also played other people's music, but I couldn't dial. I had this PV Renown. It was the biggest piece of crap of all time. I couldn't dial in an Alex Lifeson tone or an Eddie Van Halen tone or anything even remotely like that. Even I could buy 10 pedals and it wouldn't sound anything like that. Here, you know, and the work's done for you. You go into an app and you get a sound that's like almost exactly like it, right? I mean, and people.
So I've got to say, Mark, I've got to say, I totally agree with that. The one of the things I always get asked over the 30 plus years I've been teaching guitar is, when you teach somebody the song, they go, yeah, but how do I get that sound? Like, because the sound is half of the fun, right?
Sure.
And if you've got on your phone, you can search, you know, Iron Man, Black Sabbath.
Yeah, how about the Edge? Something like the Edge with the
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
you press the button. You know, you can go Edge by U2, and suddenly it sounds like The Streets Have No Name. That's absolutely awesome. Like, I can't understand how you could possibly even complain about that.
So
it's fantastic.
I'll give people the benefit of the doubt, and I'll say, you know, maybe. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm really not, because I don't know what people do. You know, maybe people are luthiers, or their dad was a luthier, so they're much more in tune with the ergonomics, the specifics of the guitar. But you know, like, what if you're a professional? Like, I'm a professional musician, and it's fine for me. So like, what is the next level of professionalism where that's like a piece of garbage? Like, and now I'm being sarcastic a little bit. Like, what is the next level where this is not good enough? Like, I'm too good for this. I mean, if you're too good for this, you're probably in a Tom Petty or Bird's cover band. Go buy a Rick 360, because cover bands do great these days. Tribute bands make big money.
Yeah. Right.
So I just, and what I think part of it is, and I'm getting somewhere, and some people aren't going to like where I go with this, but you know, there's 25 people on here. Hopefully nobody else sees this. No. And what I think it is so people that don't want to practice, don't want to put the time and effort in to actually learn the instrument, learn another nuance of it, learn a little bit about soldering or about putting the nut on or something like that. And if that's all you want to do, that's great. But you know, if that's your shortcut way to join the conversation, to be relevant, go practice. Seriously, you know, and if I offended anybody, I apologize. But you know, just some of the criticisms that people put in hours going down the rabbit hole on stuff, and some people write me like 9-12 paragraphs about the, you know, they noticed that the thing on the this and that. So I'll tell you what I did. I did kind of a I don't know if I can say this, a kind of a dick move, but here's what I did. So there was this video. I'm gaining people. Gosh, I should rant more often. So there's a video by Rhett Shull. He's a great player. People knock him.
He's a really good guitar player.
Rick Beato, you know, whatever. But he's a great player. You know, he puts the work in. So, and the video was on, you know, an Orangewood, a high-end Orangewood guitar versus a Martin, and how they sounded. So I was late at night, and I'm reading through the comments, and people are saying, you know, well, I have 2 pre-war Martins, and I've noticed that, you know, up around the 9th fret, the voicing changes slightly. I feel like the mids are peaked a little bit, you know, and there's not enough nuance when I articulate the I can't say the F and whatever, you know, and I'm like, what are they talking about? Right. And then I read another one, and there's this one that, you know, well, when I bought my 72 Martin custom, and then I had somebody, and, you know, everybody's got their pedals modded. Right. And so I said, you know what, like, who are these people? And when I was on a tour, how come I never met them? So I did a little digging. I wanted to see, like, if these people had videos posted. So I spent way too much time doing this, but I was curious. So I went to like 30 different people, and 8 of those 30 people had videos posted. And I will tell you, the best of the 8 was the guy that had the guitar tuned down, had drop D, and was going like, that was the best of the 8. I mean, the other ones, you know, So I don't care if you own a pre-war Martin, but stop talking junk about this and that, because here's the thing. You can say, well, people can say whatever they want, but other people read that stuff and then they think it's true, and they go and they buy that product. That's why it takes me longer to do my reviews than anything else, because it's the one time, it's my channel, I can do whatever I want. But when I do a review, I feel responsible to give you as accurate information as I can, so that if you decide you want to get it, you got the same, I don't change the strings out. I don't do anything. I take it out. I assume that you're a beginner and I just take it out. I think this might have the original strings that I got a year and a half ago on it. I just don't know. Like, why is that not good? I don't understand why that's not good enough.
Yeah, because it's just about the thing it says on there, right?
Tell me, Simon. Tell me. Everybody else.
I'll tell you what, it's just about what names it says there. That's what it's about. It's like everything, man. Like, so, like, for example, this guitar. So when I moved to Australia, I sold all my stuff in the UK, and so I had to buy stuff here, right? And so I'd never ever owned an American Stratocaster before. So this one I saw at this shop and it was going cheap, and I bought it. It wasn't always this color. And I bought it because somebody tried to refinish it and they'd failed, and they'd stuffed the finish up. So the finish at some point it was going to need refinishing. So actually my wife had this refinished for my birthday about 17 years ago in Sonic Blue, which is awesome. But like, and then the neck, I had a maple neck, and the frets
Did your wife have extra paint left over from the nursery? Is that why? Or?
Something like that, yeah. And the neck, I played it a lot, that guitar, had a maple neck, and the frets were worn out. And so I needed to get a refret. And like, there's a lot of things on this guitar which aren't original, and I'm never going to sell it. It's quite a good sounding Stratocaster. So instead of spending $600 or $700 getting it refretted, I just bought a different neck off some dude on Facebook, and it's a Mexican one, because apparently that's particular to the Mexican ones, right?
Okay.
And I did a video on this guitar because I got some new pickups put in, actually. An Australian.
I saw that video, yeah.
Yeah, Australian guitar maker with the new pickups. And they're terrific. They're really, really, really good. And they were pretty inexpensive. And I said, oh, this is an American Stratocaster, and this is what it sounds. And some of the comments in the video were like, that's not American Stratocaster. That's I can't believe you could even play an a Mexican neck. And like, man.
Yeah, like these people must be like incredible. And let me ask you, Simon, I forget. What do you do for a living again?
Oh, I play the guitar for a job.
Play the guitar for a living, right? And how do you feed your family?
I play the guitar.
Play the guitar, right? Yeah. So, I mean, these people, I don't know what the next level is. If it's, and I'm not saying if it's okay for me, it's okay for you. That's not the point. It's just that some of the stuff, and people send me stuff sometimes, and I don't even know what the hell they're talking about, It's like, and everybody's got every pedal modded. How many of your pedals are modded?
Oh, no, none of mine.
None of mine. I've never had a pedal modded.
I wouldn't know how to do that.
I just, it boggles my mind. People get so picky about stuff. I mean, and if you're spending like 3 hours, adjusting the whatever, or soldering the this, think about how much better you could get with 3 hours of practice and how much more enjoyable it would be. And I bet you with that practice, if you practice more, that amp would sound a hell of a lot better, I mean, that's really what I think it is. I think people try to find shortcuts to be relevant. And I'm not, if anybody that texts me, whatever, I mean, I'm not thinking about anybody in particular. And there are some guys that I know their stuff more than I do. And I rely on them for information and letting me know if something is quality or not. But I just get so much of that and so many comments, that are just so nitpicky about, the first time was when somebody said, oh, I couldn't buy the Spark. I mean, the way those speakers are voiced, what the does that mean, right? The split speak, it's like, I get done with a gig and, like fans come up and they're like, the show was great, but what kind of speakers do you have in your amp? Because I noticed the voicing and the speakers was just a little bit off. I think if you change this, that never happened. That will never happen. I mean,
and I think the other sort of thing is that, look. So, for example, Rick says here he bought a Mexican Strat. I bought it for $250. It's awesome, and that is absolutely true. But the thing is, there is definitely a diminishing returns. Like sort of. Like, so you're saying about that acoustic guitar before, the beautiful stuff on the acoustic guitar, and you're like, it's got a covered truss rod, and that cost $170 extra or whatever it was. That's not going to make the guitar sound better.
Right. That's right.
But it is kind of cool, right? And I've got the first real guitar, proper guitar I bought is this Gibson acoustic guitar.
Oh, that's a sweet guitar. Is that
a beautiful thing?
Or is that a 45 or? No, it's a 200. Right?
I don't even know what it's called. It's called a CL30 Deluxe.
CL30.
So, and I bought this in about 1995 or something. Basically, I was living in Germany and I was teaching guitar in Germany, and I had an acoustic guitar sent over, and it was stolen in transit. So I got the money back from the transit, and then it was insured and all that sort of stuff. So I had 3 times the amount of money of the regular guitar, and so I spent it all on this thing. Now, a lot of the money of this guitar has gone into somebody, routing that out and making these beautiful things, and this gold hardware that's more expensive than regular nickel hardware, I guess. And I'm from Jersey in the Channel Islands, Ian, and bone nut and this sort of fancier stuff, like there's money in that. Does that make the guitar sound better? Of course it doesn't. But like there's this diminishing return. So I reckon, Rick, coming back to your $250 Stratocaster, I totally think that how much better is it going to be than that? Don't you think, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, well, here's partly I was going to say is with an acoustic guitar, I think that when you get into the $4,000 and $5,000 range, I can tell. Excuse me, sorry guys. I can tell the difference. I mean, I can tell the difference between a $1,500 Taylor and a Santa Cruz, right? But with electric guitars, it's a whole different ballgame. I mean, with electric guitars, a lot of it has to do. You've seen all the videos on TV, and Tyler, what's his face from Music Is Win, was going around the country with Paul Reed Smith talking about tone woods, and people were saying there's no such thing as tone woods, and they're building guitars with with their kitchen sinks and stuff. Now, whether the wood changes the tone at all, I don't know, but the short of it is that most of the sound comes from the pickups picking the vibrations of the strings up. You're not really, there's not a whole lot of extra you can do. There's a lot more subtlety and nuance to acoustic guitars. So I would say, if you've got $3,000 burning a hole in your pocket, go spend $600 on an electric and $2,400 on an acoustic. Or hold it or keep it. Yeah, you don't, just Andy's right though. Cool is important too. I mean, I didn't buy this guitar because I'm excited to do some recordings with it. Although I did do the recordings, I can't hold the pick. I did do the recordings on the video on this. So and it was a pain in the butt to do that stupid I don't even know where that. Anyway, the solo. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it now because I can't even see. I can't even see over this thing now. It's like, but
it's pretty big.
Pull factor is important. Absolutely. I mean, Jimmy Page plays the double neck because it looks cool. I mean, maybe a little bit because he can switch back and forth between, but he can have a guitar tech hand him a guitar.
Yeah,
or, Alex Lifeson used to have. You ever see Alex with the trees where he'd play the classical guitar, on the stand, and then he'd go back and he'd have. That's
the ultimate rock move.
There's a YouTuber that does that. He's always got his guitar. He's a German guy, I think. He's always got his guitar on a stand. He's a shredder, and he always plays with the guitar on a stand. It's funny because he plays and then he walks away from it, and the guitar is still sitting there in space. So
yeah, for sure. Okay,
anyway, that was it. And I'm not trying to insult anybody. So
I totally agree with all of that sort of stuff. But if you've got the money to go and buy a $5,000 guitar, then awesome, good for you. Whatever, man.
This is cool. So listen to this. I didn't know this. So I've got the top pickup on. Now, listen to what happens when I play the bottom.
Through vibration.
Maybe there is something to that. Maybe it's the tone. You know what?
It's the tone woods.
It must be the tone wood of the plywood that Harley Benton made this out of.
It's the tone woods.
It's the tone woods, yes. Anyway, so what's the short of this is go practice. Put a little extra time practicing, and you'll enjoy it more. You'll enjoy playing more. The better you get, the more fun it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And on the very, very last thing I would say is I did a little 1-minute video. I've been doing 1-minute videos on Wednesdays for almost a year now. Just little things that takes you no time to learn that are useful. And I did a video this week on the very, very first thing I ever learned on the guitar, which is an excellent exercise. You can do it before you've had a cup of coffee because it doesn't require any kind of real brain power. And you just walk up like that, right? Up, down, with your right hand, picking hand, whatever, if you're left-handed, and then back, right? Use a metronome, start at 70 beats a minute or whatever, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Try and make it go faster, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick. Always be concentrating on all those things, making put your fingers in the right place and blah, 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 blah. This is the best thing you can do. Like if you spent 10 minutes a day doing that, you are going to get better at playing the guitar.
How about one of these, Simon, where you just take your fingers on there and you don't move your fingers, you go.
Oh, the spider thing. Yeah, that's hard.
It's harder than it looks, people, right?
Yeah. It's really hard. It's really good for your
pick my fingers up there. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I totally agree. You said something. Oh, here's the first song I ever learned on guitar.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever played that on a double neck, though.
Oh, that's good. It's funny. It's way cooler, actually.
It is way cooler. It is. Everything's cooler on a double neck. I feel cooler. I mean, it takes a lot.
Yeah. So that's what I reckon. I think Mark's exactly right. You know, instead of spending 10 minutes researching what kind of wire is in your pickups, spend 10 minutes doing one of those exercises, and you will be a better guitar player.
You know, one last thing I want to say about that, because I've always got one last thing, then we just hang up here. So the most important thing about the reason I think it's important to do a good warm-up exercise is this. A lot of times you have the best intentions, but 5 or 7 minutes into it, you get called out or, you know, life happens or whatever. So if that, number one, it'll keep you from noodling. If you know right away you're going to do, you know. And if you guys want to write to me, there's other exercises, like I do the little Steve Vai ones, the.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
You know, that little, where you do the, you know, you kind of do the pain in the guitar. Anyway, there's all kinds of different exercises you can do to warm up, and try to find exercises that do multiple things. Like if it helps you work on your finger independence and your dexterity, you know, they're somewhat similar. That's great. But at the end of the day, if that's all you do, if you get called away or something happens and that's all you do, you still got a quality practice in. I mean, doing this for 5 minutes is good work. Just make sure you're every note, right? Every note's got to sound
beautiful.
Not like this.
Or even worse, this.
Oh yeah, people like the staccato, right? People love the staccato notes.
All right, dudes. Who advances to the next round of trivia? We are going to find out who advances to the next round of trivia.
Yeah, I hope I didn't offend anybody, and I wasn't meaning to, but that's how I feel about it. I just don't know what these people do that the expectation they have is so much higher. So maybe there's a parallel universe where like I mean, not that I'm saying I'm great at guitar, but maybe there's a parallel universe where I'm like a total newbie. You know, it's that. Yeah, it's possible, right? Yeah. Next week we'll talk. Or next one we're going to do 15 minutes of the trivia, and we'll do 15 minutes of quantum mechanics, time travel possibilities. So if you guys want to talk about that, you know, remember time is not linear. You know, I'll see you in 2 weeks, but that 2 weeks is not going to be linear, right? The closer we get, you know, the closer we get to larger masses, the closer we get to larger masses.
One last thing, Mark. I know this is the last thing, but we need to. Who's progressing? Somebody asked about who progresses to the next round.
Oh, well, definitely. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Rick Nelson, Mark Bishop, and there's 3 people that all answered several of them. Who thinks they here? Let's hear another second. Rick definitely answered a bunch of them, and so did Jonathan, and so did
Jonathan did a few.
who did I just say? There were 4. I'll go back and look, and the 2 people that had the most correct answers. If there's more than 2, if there's a tie, then I'll just put all the people in the running for it. And I'm going to see about getting a guitar, you know, to give away to the Mark Bishop. That's it. Yeah, he's definitely one of them. Mark Bishop for sure.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for watching.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening or morning or wherever you are. Be safe, and we really appreciate your time so much. And adios.
Adios. Ciao, ciao. Bye for now.